have great taste, especially with your radio choice. Thank you for spending a little time with Gary and Bristol on Kiss Country 93.7.
Eric Church and Springsteen. We are Kiss Country 93.7. Good morning. It's Gary and Bristol. And today is the day the kids lead us in prayer. Today is See You at the Pole. And I guess most all of the schools throughout the area are going to be participating this morning. Now, the only two confirmed times that I have for the start of this, Parkway High School is going to start at 6:50, and Houghton Middle School will kick off their See You at the Pole at 7:30 a.m., okay? Other schools, I'm sure, are going to be starting before the first bell rings and get that done. And remember now, you know, in accordance with law, this has to be student-led, student-driven. I mean, it's all about the kids. Now, I do know that a number of the elementary schools are participating as well. In Bossier Parish, and I'm sure Caddo, Webster, Red River, DeSoto, it's essentially the same. At the elementary schools, parents have to bring the kids to the school. And in Bossier Parish, they've actually got to stay there on site until the kids are through with that and move on, you know, to where the school administrators can take over. But again, Parkway at 6:50, Houghton Middle at 7:30, and I'm assuming pretty much everybody else is going to be kicking off about the same time. And the kids will lead us in prayer. Pray for this country. And I can't imagine a time in history when we've needed it anymore. So thank you, kids. That's Miranda Lambert. Mama's Broken Heart. It's Kiss Country 93.7. Shreveport Bossier's #1 for new country. Gary and Bristol, and other than their own selfish job preservation, I just do not get what's going on with the Bossier City Council. Now, I'm pretty much an idiot, so maybe somebody could explain, okay, this is exactly what's going on. If you're that person, I'd love to talk to you. 725-KISS. Anyway, again last night, Bossier City Council voted down putting term limits on the ballot. Mayor Tommy Chandler had actually placed the issue on the council's agenda for last night. The vote did not pass, failed multiple times before. Apparently, 3 members of the city council actually voted against it, called for a special election to amend the current Bossier City charter. Citizens there, pretty frustrated, urged council members to do the right thing. Despite voicing their concerns, the resolution remains defeated. The commission has filed for an expedited hearing next month in October to allow for a possible resolution for voters. Now, I don't know if that means that it would actually change the fact that, you know, that the term limits couldn't be added, or if it would mean, okay, we're going to try to move into that direction. But if you're doing a good job, I was told a long time ago that no man was ever shot and killed by his wife while he was washing dishes in her kitchen. So what's that mean? If you're doing a good job, nobody's going to fire you. And so if you term limit out, then it's obvious that you were doing a good job, but it's time to kind of hand the reins to someone else. Oh, no. Educate me.
It's Gary and Bristol on Shreveport Bossier's #1 for new country. Kiss Country 93.
Kiss Country 93.7. Good morning. Gary and Bristol getting ready for ticket trivia. That's coming up at 7:15, and it's really not a big deal unless you and the whole family would like to go for free to the big fall festival starting this weekend at Piney Park in Marshall. Now, if you want to go to that, it's kind of a big deal. So be listening for your chance to win those. Get your coffee in you. Get your thinking head on. And be optimistic. I'm going to win. I'm going to win. I'm going to win. I'm going to continue to dial. I'm going to see this through. Because, you know, the world is full of pessimistic people. And, you know, some of those people, regardless of what happens, you know, I just want a free trip to Hawaii. Yeah, but I got to pack my bags. You know those people. However, there are a few little phrases that a person can hear that can even ruin the day for the most optimistic people. I'll give you some examples. Hey, honey, the check engine light just came on. Yeah. Day's a wrap. How about this one? Do you know why I pulled you over? I don't know, maybe because I was going 80. Our new neighbors are from Venezuela, and they're in some kind of gang. Little phrases that can ruin the day for even the most optimistic person. Okay, everyone, let's gather in the conference room. It's time for the annual sexual harassment seminar. And my favorite one. And being a disc jockey, this happens all the time. Hey, since this is going to be a long Uber ride, you want to hear the CD from my band? No, I really don't.
Almost as important as your morning coffee. It's Gary and Bristol, only on Kiss Country 93.7.
That's Kane Brown. Miles on it. Kiss Country 93.7, Gary and Bristol. Well, we're not putting any miles on I-220 this morning, are we? Oh, they say the traffic is moving, but it's really, really slow. So if you can avoid I-220 westbound anywhere around North Market, I-49, just don't even try it. Okay, ticket trivia time. 4-pack of passes for Piney Park Fall Festival opens up this weekend. We can load you up. We got 4 of them. If you missed the answer to yesterday's ticket trivia question, around 1/4 of all women say this is the best place to meet guys. Where? The mall. How about that? Okay, so today we're going to do what we do about once a week. This is for first-time winners only. If you've ever won ticket trivia before, you're ineligible. We're letting the new kids play this morning, okay? First-time winners only. The game, don't say, You're going to have to talk about a particular subject line that we won't give you until we get you on the phone. 15 seconds you'll have to talk. You can't repeat yourself. You can't give any of those long, drawn-out things. And most importantly, don't say, If you're up to it and you've never won before, we've got you a 4-pack of passes for Piney Park. 725-5477. Caller 9. You get the first shot. You blow it, we go to the next one. Okay? 725-KISS. That's Luke Combs, Cold as You. Kiss Country 93.7. Shreveport Bossier's #1 for New Country. Gary and Bristol and the Kiss Cash Cow back this morning at 8:20 with your first Kiss Cash Cow code of the day.
Could score you up to $30,000.
Okay, today is math storytelling day. If you were listening to the ticket trivia question a minute ago, Kim was able to tell a story about her math class.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why I mention that is because when I was a kid, my dream was to be a high school football coach and a math teacher. That's what I wanted to be. So,
you know, that actually would suit you very well.
Yeah, well, guess what?
Yeah, you're stuck with me.
Got half my brains beat out, and now I'm a disc jockey. I've always said anybody with an 8th grade education and half the gray matter of the average person can do this.
So what are you trying to say, Gary?
I'm just saying that mostly unintelligent people are behind the microphone. Yeah, that's a fact. It's a fact. That's like on the job app.
I don't know how to feel about this.
Is your IQ above 80? If so, please leave your application here and move down the line. Okay, so I'm obviously not doing what I thought I would do. I would not trade my life for anyone's. I love getting to do this.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't what I was planning.
Right.
So it makes you wonder, how many other people are out there? They had one plan and then God had another.
Mm-hmm.
So like you were going to be what?
I used to dream about being a 4-H extension agent. I loved it. That is what I was going to do. I was going to help those babies. I was going to go into the schools and help them form their clubs and do all the things. And then I thought I might want to be a vet.
Yeah.
Because Dr. Eddie Moore had the coolest truck. I mean, it's so funny because I go and I see him today and, and his daughter and everything else. I'm like, I had a crush on your daddy, right? I mean, I was
You had a crush on Eddie?
Yes, I've told you this a million times.
I forgot. You had a crush on Eddie Moore?
Oh, I thought Eddie Moore was the thing, man. And like I said, he was like Superman. He came, he made your horses feel better, and he had all these like drawers and doodads on his vet truck, and it
Eddie,
was the
now
coolest.
she's talking about your drawers.
And your doodads.
Yeah.
Oh, you should have seen them. We were in Hot and Animal one day, and I told him, I was like, Dr. Moore, I had a crush on you, and he turned all shades of red. It was the best.
I bet he did.
But, guess what? Like you, I got my brains beat out.
Yeah. You settled for mediocrity.
Nobody calls me Doc.
So what about you? When you were a kid, what was the dream? What did you want to do with your life? And in some cases, you probably did that. But in other cases, you are something completely different. Well, I wanted to be an accountant. And now I'm Batman. So what was the dream and where did it end? And you never know. There could still be room for the dream down the road.
Absolutely.
725-5477. Dying to hear from you this morning. 725-KISS.
They've tested positive, but not in a good way.
Careful. These two have proven to be highly contagious. It's Gary and Bristol on Kiss Country 93.7. It's Gary and Bristol all morning long.
I know you're scared of that cock-a-doodle-doo.
Kiss Country 93.7.
Just more. This is My Dirt. Kiss Country 93.7. Gary and Bristol. Kiss Cash Cow Code. First one of the day here in just a few at 8:20. And you know what? That song, This Is My Dirt, that takes me back to my friends, the Carlisles. All the Carlisle boys knew that when they grew up, they were going to be cotton farmers.
Okay.
Mr. Carlisle, their dad, Mr. Whalen, I want to say at one time, one of the biggest cotton farmers in North Louisiana. So it was just a given. The boys were going to follow in his footsteps. Mm-hmm. And I want to say only one of them is still farming cotton. You don't see cotton fields anymore.
But I love driving up Highway 1.
They just, there's just not many of them anymore.
Yeah.
So that was certainly, their dreams kind of gone awry, Mm-hmm. What about you? Maybe there was a dream you had as a kid and then reality set in and something else happened. What did you want to do when you were a kid?
Well, I grew up reading a lot of John Grisham novels.
Yeah.
And I had every intention of being a trial lawyer.
Yeah.
I was going to go after Big Pharma and such.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm a safe cracker, and I just argue with inanimate objects all day.
Can say they're a safe cracker, though. What a cool job.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Are you a legal one or a not legal one?
I am legal.
Okay. So how often do you run into the safe that you just can't open?
Rarely.
But those do exist.
Have you not met TNT?
Right. There's always a way.
Yeah. I told a buddy of mine a long time ago, I got the combination to every lock. It is 30-06. We'll open them all.
Right.
That's right.
Ready for some moolah? Yeah. Here's this hour's Kiss Cash Cow Code.
First one of the day, 736. Got it? I'll go slow. 736. 736. Put that in your Kiss Country app. Could win you up to $30,000 from Greg Tilley's Manufactured Housing. And another chance to get entered coming up here in about an hour at 9:20. Your next Kiss Cash Cow Code coming up. Kiss Country 93.7.
Thanks for spending your morning with us. Gary and Bristol on Shreveport Bossier's #1 for New Country. Kiss Country 93.7.
It's Dan and Shay, bigger houses. Kiss Country 93.7. It's Gary and Bristol. Okay, tomorrow's the big day. We're going to catch someone in the act. And there will be pictures.
The act of doing something good.
Oh, yeah. That's what
Silly.
it is. Yeah. It's the Caught in the Act award, and it's really a cool thing to get because Somebody has to recognize that these people have gone above and beyond. Somebody has to take the time, and it doesn't take a lot of time, but they got to take time to fill out the nomination form. Mm-hmm. You got to go on the website, which is absolutely free. You click on any one of the stories that says caught in the act. In there, you'll see a little button. You make that nomination. Tell us about, those people that have helped somebody on the side of the road, or they help kids or animals, or, they're the perfect neighbor.
My devotional today was about, Jesus washing his disciples' feet. Mm-hmm. It's that.
I've never had anyone except my mama wash my feet.
But it's the whole idea of having a servant's heart.
If you want to prove yours, I will gladly help you. I'll pull these tinnies off right now. Let you.
You want me to wash your? I'll wash your feet. I will.
Hey, listen, if you want to nominate somebody, it's really easy, and you got to keep those nominations in. Go on the Kiss Country app, click on Caught in the Act, or the website, mykisscountry937.com, and you never know. The person you nominate, if they get the award, they might just take you when they go, because they get a $50 gift certificate to Magnolia Pit Barbecue. Take a look now. We'll meet this week's recipient tomorrow morning just after Ticket Trivia. We'll play again at 7:15 in the morning.
They are to radio what Southern made is to donuts. It's Gary and Bristol on Kiss Country 93.7.